Welcome to another Breacher's Gun Stats video, the series where I do an in-depth analysis of every gun in the game. In this video, we're talking about the Mauri. This is a list of everything we'll be covering. Number 1. The cost. The Mauri costs 2,900 points. Its attachments are a sight, laser, suppressor, front grip, and extended mag for the following points. The Mauri with full upgrades costs 3,350 points. It is the same cost as the VIZIN. Number 2. Grip. The Mauri has a standard two-handed grip with a medium range between your hands. In my opinion, this distance gives it a great balance for close to long range encounters. Number 3. Ammo count and reload time. The Mauri has 25 to 31 shots per magazine with 75 to 93 extra shots. These magazine numbers are smaller than the VIZIN's. Its reload time is 1 second. Number 4. Fire rate. The Mauri's fire rate is 9 rounds per second. While it's not the slowest fire rate compared to the other rifles, this is the downside that people will point out the most. If you were to pull the trigger until the magazine empties, it will run out in 2.78 seconds without an extended mag, or 3.44 seconds with an extended mag. Number 5. Recoil. The first 8 shots of the Mauri are mainly vertical. The recoil of these shots is significant. However, if you buy a front grip for your Mauri, it does make a big difference. If you're using the Mauri at long range, I would recommend burst firing the first 8 shots, seeing as after them, your recoil will waver right and then left. While it doesn't have as much horizontal recoil as the VIZIN, it will be enough to interrupt long range battles. Number 6. Damage. In close quarters combat, the Mauri does 23 damage to the limb, 27 damage to the chest, and 100 damage to the head. While shooting through walls, it does 18 damage to the limb, 21 damage to the chest, and 81 damage to the head. While piercing through walls, it does 6 damage to the limb, 7 damage to the chest, and 27 damage to the head. Due to recent leaks of the fully released Breachers, we know that all guns have damage drop. While playing the alpha, we wrongfully thought the Cadillo and the Mauri had no damage drop. However, we never tested the guns when we were 50 plus meters away. Seeing as most all guns excluding the ones before mentioned and the shotguns all fall under the 10 to 15 meters drop, we assume that would be the case all around. With our new knowledge of the distance variable to the damage drop that will be available in the gun range, we know the Cadillo and the Mauri drop damage at 50 meters. I suspect at this ridiculous range that very few people will get kills at. The Cadillo will hold its one-shot headshot capability, while the Mauri might fall short. However, this is assuming that fights in this range are even possible. I am unaware of how to properly measure distance in Breachers right now. However, I will look into this at full release alongside a general gun update video. With this new knowledge out of the way, the time to kill for the Mauri is 0.33 seconds. While it's not the fastest time, the Mauri really shows its power with headshots no matter what range you're at. Its wall penetration and large magazine makes the Mauri the best gun to wall bang or wall pierce with, given you have more ammo to spare than the Cadillo. While you might not get a kill through the walls, you might just bait a premature heal from your enemy. Number 7. Range. Because the Mauri shares the same range stat as the Cadillo and is an automatic weapon, it is, numerically speaking, the best range weapon in the game. However, controlling recoil at long ranges is significantly harder to do. I've heard mixed opinions on this gun as far as range. However, with the gun range coming at launch, practicing the Mauri's recoil can become a viable option to produce the high vertical recoil. So, I do stand by the statement that the Mauri is the best range weapon in the game. Overall, this is my favorite rifle to use. While it doesn't match the close range stopping power of the VIZIN, I believe it is a close second. That said, I think it makes up the difference with its long range and wall piercing capabilities. When it comes down to it, deciding whether to choose a VIZIN or a Mauri for a full buy comes down to the situation and the map you're in, alongside your playstyle. I personally have found more success hugging tight corners, getting in ranged fights, and trying to wallbang my enemies, so I naturally lean towards the Mauri. While I know many more confident and skilled players stick with the VIZIN for its incredible stat block within the 15 meters. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, you should like the video and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, go check out my other gun stats videos. Take care.